You know what we haven't talked about yet, ever, before, on this ever channel?
Sandwiches.
Yokai Watch.
It's space. And I know what you're thinking. We've talked about space many a time with Mega Man, but no, have we ever done it with Digimon?
Maybe?
Have we? That's a genuine question. I don't actually know.
I don't know either, actually.
Estimon was kind of spacey.
Oh, he was
kind of spacey.
Stealth themed, though, I think.
Well, there was a
the
UFO,
thing.
though.
There was a UFO.
There was a UFO. That's true. Well, today's Digimon line is based on space and aliens and crap.
Okay.
This is from Liberator. None of these are like original to Liberator. These are not new Digimon. They're Digimon I've never seen before, but they've been around for a few years, and I don't know if this line like just got put into Liberator, which is why I just found out about it, or if we just completely missed it and nobody ever commented about it. But we're gonna be talking about it today, and it's really bonkers.
Okay.
Some of it's cool, some of it's just bonkers.
Is it bonkers parentheses derogatory, or is it like bonkers like parentheses pretty neat?
It's bonkers parentheses exclamation point. The last Digimon line we talked about for Liberator was a bunch of Big Dang Pink. This is Big Dang Purple.
Yes!
We vibe with purple, boys.
We're gonna dive right into it. It's a quiz. If you've watched them before, you know how they work. If you don't, you'll figure it out. I'm not gonna give you the rundown. We're in round one.
Woo!
Away to space. So we're in round one, and here is our very first Digimon of the quiz. Here you go, Little Dang Purple Man.
Oh, I think I've seen
love
it
this.
before. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
He is pretty cool.
Weird little eye
I
in
enjoyed
his
the
palm.
design. Yeah.
Why
looks like
was he
he's-
chained?
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like he was a prisoner. Probably because he's like
He's
a
like
test
prisoner
subject
in
or
a
something.
space block, it looks like.
I would imagine.
Test
I don't
block
know.
works.
The only thing I don't love is the eyeball on the hand, because that's just
Yeah,
not
that's
sanitary.
it's a little out of pocket for this.
It's an alien.
Brother's gonna get
Out of
pink
the eye
hands. That's all I'm
socket.
saying. Pink palm, if you will. Anyway,
It's giving xenomorph a little bit. That's what I like about it. Like small xenomorph, and I'm a big alien guy, so
yeah,
I like it.
I like the vibe of this thing. His name is interesting. Here you go. Is this UFO-mon, UAP-mon, BEM-mon, or HEX-mon? That's right. It's 3 capital letters and then mon at the end. I don't know if that's going to translate in the edit, but it's 3 letters that are capital and then mon small at the end.
If it's HEXmon, I'll be really unhappy.
Okay, this isn't the first time this has happened.
Could also be UFO-mon,
we can handle
UAP-mon, Bemmon, or Hexmon.
All
However
right,
you-
that sealed the deal. I'm picking Bemmon.
Okay, great.
That sealed the deal for me. I'm picking Uapmon.
Great, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Give me UFOmon.
Okay. The correct answer is not UFO-mon.
Okay.
It's not UAP-mon.
I'm going to be upset.
It's not Hexmon. It's BEM-mon.
Okay.
Mitch gets a point. Now, here's the thing. I don't think it's pronounced BEM-mon. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Bemmon. But it's in all caps, so I don't know. BEM stands for Bug-Eyed Monster. Also, his official name for the dub is Vemmon. Vem defined as, quote, a misspelling of Bem. What? Yeah. In many languages, the B sound is very similar to V.
Yeah, I guess
to date,
so.
To date this episode, like harshly, we did just do Nutlock Part 4, the live stream, and during it, people were like, so like, what are you guys opinion on Digimon now? And we were like, neutral, kind of, maybe lean a little negative. We should really look at some more angering ones. I'm upset again.
Could not have summed up my thoughts better because what the fuck?
To me, it just is kind of the same thing as like Lucario becomes Lucario. Bemmon becomes Vemmon. Like it's just kind of dialect.
Yeah.
No, but like I get that part of it, but like it was an acronym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
It would just like,
And
it'd be one thing just because it's like BEM in all caps. That like really throws me. I'm like, is it supposed to be pronounced BEM-mon or is it Bemmon? I don't know. But then like in the dub, it's Vemmon, just regular spelling. Like it's not VEM all caps.
that is very
It's
strange.
just
yeah.
capital VEMMON. Like I don't know. This is the part
is
of
one of those
Digimon that
times-
confuses me. I still love Digimon and I still think this guy is cool, but like you guys gotta really figure out the naming stuff. Okay,
Yeah, because it's a problem. I do. This is more than ever. Do I need the comments to explain? Because usually, if there's some weird thing that we're like, I don't get it. Usually, somebody's in the comments that hits us with the and here's text to explain. I need that here now
I
more than
also
ever,
need
please.
that. I need to know the correct pronunciation. I assume it's Bemmon because it's Vemon in English, but I don't know. Explain in the comments, please and thank you. Anywho, here's card art. It's quite fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
It looks like he just like escaped a containment facility and he's like looking around.
Yeah.
Or he's trying to kill something. I don't know. I like the vibes of it. It's pretty cool. Here's the lore for Bemmon, as I'm going to call him for the rest of the video. An artificial Digimon that was created experimentally by someone. Very specific. Programmed only with the command codes for, quote, eating and getting stronger, unquote. Once it defeats an enemy, it uses its special attack to turn them into its flesh and blood.
Oh, it's one of these. Okay.
So that's
This isn't the first. This isn't
fun.
the first either.
Oh. Assimilation.
Yep, he sounds like a real fun and cool guy.
Data eats data.
I'd invite him to my parties.
He sounds like he might be a threat to maybe your personal information online because of all his data scalping capabilities. So maybe
Oh
we
my
should
god,
just
he's
like
a data
body?
broker.
maybe we should just like hard cut to an ad right here that might have to deal with that. Cool boy, do I love myself some gosh dang Digimon. But you know what I don't love? Knowing that my personal information is out there on the dark web being sold to scammers and spammers and data thieves. Boy gosh darn it, that really just salts my apples. But luckily, today's sponsor Aura is here to help. Aura keeps you safe online by doing all the hard work for you. They will identify data brokers who are selling your information and submit opt-out requests on your behalf. Give Aura a few weeks and you'll stop seeing information on these sites when you search yourself, which will lead to less spam. Aura will also continuously monitor the dark web and alert you if they find your personal information has been exposed. They're gonna let you know fast if anybody tries to use this information to access your credit or bank accounts. Plus, they give you up to $5 million in identity theft insurance should the worst case scenario happen. You can go to our link aura.com/sandwiches to get 14 days of Aura for free. That'll be enough time for Aura to find if any of your data has been exposed. Once again, that's aura.com/sandwiches for a 2-week free trial. Thanks again to Aura for sponsoring this video. Back to Digimon. So we got some attacks for Bemmon, Bemmon, the guy, Little Big Purple. He has 2 attacks, as most of these do. I made up a fake attack. If you say the fake attack, you get a point. That's how this works. So we have Messer Claw, Fusionize, and Data Rip.
Fusionize.
Okay, that was quick.
Yeah. He's only got one eye. I know that's not how it's spelled, but like he's got one eye.
No. Great reasoning.
I just look at it and I take what I know and I see.
I'm taking Data Rip.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll take Messer Claw.
great. So, once again, Mitch has to be stopped.
Okay.
He is now 2 for 2. I made up Data Rip.
All right.
It seemed like the most most likely to have been made up out of the 3 options.
It's fair. What the fuck
for
does
me,
Messer
that
Claw
one-
mean?
That went down the line for me where I was like, oh, it feels like Fusionize. And Kyle said it. And I went, well, it could be Data Rip. Tyler was just... Okay, well, I'm playing the game.
Just a reminder, you can pick the same thing as someone else. That is not
Yeah,
a
I
rule
just
that
felt
you
like-
have to be original.
I felt like playing the game more on the off chance that I was a dumbass and was
That's
right.
great.
And
Messer Claw,
was the on chance.
if you didn't know, pierces the enemy with its sharp claws. That's it.
Cool. Oh, he messed so bad.
It's a little babu.
Fusionize turns the enemy into its flesh and blood after defeating him. So
I'd
in the
like to
description,
point out-
it didn't say that it was a special attack that turned him into its flesh and blood. It did say that it used Fusionize, and I had to change the wording, so I didn't give that away. So
I see.
I would like to point out that it does say that it turns them into its own flesh and blood. And it looks very metallic in nature, especially like the first image, not necessarily card art as much, but the first image looks very metallic. That's concerning that it turns it into its flesh and blood.
It kind of looks like the black bits under the armor and like where the hand are with the eye. That looks a little more organic.
Yeah, it's
it
very
does. You're very
armored.
right. You're right. It's armored, but there is elements. You're right. I guess I was just getting caught up in the armor.
I don't know. Tell us in the comments below what percentage of him is meat. We're going into round 2 now. Round 2 is probably my favorite design we're going to look at today because it's just really fucking cool. Like,
Okay.
I don't care who you are.
Okay.
It's edgy as fuck. Very on brand for me. Here you go. Here's round 2.
Oh,
Yeah, that tracks.
It's really fucking cool.
Wow.
It's like if Mega Mewtwo Y like went into a hot topic. It's just got belts
He's
in
got
places that don't
zippers,
belong.
baby. It kind of looks like he went to a bike shop, honestly.
Looks like it got turned into
On
a
motocross.
Kingdom Hearts nobody, but purple instead of white.
I'm loving the
Seriously.
claws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the claws are cool.
The
They're like
digitization of those claws.
yeah, it's really neat.
He also learned how to be sanitary by putting the eye on top of the hand instead of underneath.
Yeah, which I
It does
respect.
look a lot cooler that way.
On
Yeah,
the
he learned.
cuffs.
It's reminding me of what is it, the fucking Gauntlet of Omens from Thundercats? Like,
Yeah. Never
Nice
watched
Thundercats.
Thundercats, but
Nice.
are we talking about
wish
like
this
the
was a-
classic Thundercats? Are we talking about the Thundercats reboot? Or are we talking about the Thundercats reboot?
We're talking about Thundercat the
one that
musician.
got canceled in 2012.
So the anime reboot, I think.
Just the reboot. Yeah.
Great.
So
No,
this
she was
is
right. The
the-
reboot was fucking Roar. That dog. Oh my god.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
glad we went on that little tangent. Here are your name options for this guy. His name is better than Bemmon, questionably. Is this Canamon, Thiefmon, Consumon, or Snatchmon?
Oh,
I thought you said Fiefmon, like fiefdom.
yeah.
Give me
this
give
is-
me Consumon.
Okay.
That's
I like
right.
that.
Yeah,
I like
you
that.
take Consumon, absolutely the obvious bait. Give me Snatchmon.
Okay. Kyle's going for Snatchmon
Okay.
confidently.
Obviously not bait.
Mitch.
You know what? I'll take Canamon.
Okay.
Assuming that
choice.
cannibalism is applying to all Digimon and not its own kind.
I did take that from cannibalism for that fake answer.
Oh.
It's not bait, Kyle. This is Snatchmon. You get a point.
Damn, that's crazy.
Snatchy hands.
Got snatchy hands.
That's
Yeah,
He
snatchy
does have
hands.
snatchy hands. I can't believe I thought for sure it was bait. That's why I went for it.
Also has 2 of the hardest card arts I've ever seen. These are from 2 different sets. This
yeah.
is not alt art of the same card, but here is a card from a set.
Oh yeah.
Bro
okay.
is just he's got
Oh, yeah.
my
Oh yeah.
he's posing like he just got away
Stanced
with
as
something.
hell.
And this next
And you're
one
next.
goes even harder. Bro is just
Jesus Christ.
Bro just caused some chaos. And he is like, oh my god. Bro.
These cards
Bro.
are sequential.
Yeah.
You caught him doing something terrible and he's turned to you.
He
just
turned
killed
and it
a
was
lot of
so
people.
epic that everything behind him exploded like
Yeah,
as he turned to
He
walk
just
towards
whipped
you.
it.
That
Explosion in slow
head
motion.
tail real hard and blew up the whole fucking room.
That is a shot straight out of like when they pulled the really top tier animators in to animate a scene in Dragon Ball, like during the Cell Saga.
Yeah. It's like
I love
the
this
scene
guy.
where like the episode ends at like a really climactic moment. It switches to like a highly rendered painting and like the music plays.
Yeah.
That's goes so fucking hard, dude. Here's the lore for Snatchmon. Snatchmon, an artificial Digimon that evolved after several Bemmon grew stronger, cannibalizing each other, and one survived until the very end.
Jesus.
In addition,
Yes.
in addition to Snatchmon that await command codes to act, it is said that there are some individuals that develop a sense of self, seek greater strength, and aim to become the strongest by continually preying on their enemies. This is just the edgiest, hardest dude in all of Digimon.
It's so good.
I mean,
It's
inevitably, this is
incredible.
always going to end up happening
Yeah.
when you create a fighter that can like assimilate.
Yeah.
Like they're just going to start eating everything, you know?
Yeah.
Unless their name is Rock from Mega Man. They're a pretty good boy.
Sometimes. He went rogue once or twice, I think.
All right,
or there
that's
was an
fair.
evil variant. I don't actually remember. I just remember there being red-eyed Mega Man in the Archie comics, and I don't remember the context, and I have not read them in well over a decade. So, anyway, We're into attacks now. This guy has 3 attacks because he's cooler than Bemmon. Unfortunately, one of those attacks is just Fusionize again with a different description. But I removed that, so it's just 2 attacks and a fake one. If you tell me the fake one, you get a point as per usual. Here are your options. We have Ruin Laser, Hunger Cannon, and Tooth Spear.
Tooth Spear? Give me Hunger Cannon. I like that too much for it to be real.
Okay. Kyle, you look perplexed.
Yeah, this one's rubbing me all sorts of ways. It's like a full body massage.
Okay.
It's giving it the works. Because Ruin Laser is appropriate, right? Hunger Cannon kind of plays into, cannibalism. And then Tooth Spear, now that odd one, Like it goes from, okay, I could see it, to, oh, that makes sense, to fucking what? What are you doing?
Does that mean you're picking Tooth Spear? Because it's like the odd
I
one.
don't know. I was hoping like walking through it myself was gonna help. It didn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
make it
pick
easier for you.
No, I don't actually. I'm gonna pick Hunger Cannon as well. Fuck it.
Okay.
We're not gonna play the game. Yeah, fuck it.
I said, do you want me to make it easier for you? And if you said yes, I was going to pick Hunger Cannon.
Hunger Cannon?
Yeah, I'll
Pick
go
it anyways.
Okay. I'm glad that Mitch avoided the point. It is Hunger Cannon. I did make that up.
Cool. No.
So now Kyle has 2
down.
points, and Nico has 1 point, and Mitch has 2 points. This is an actual game. This is not a runaway like last month's episode. So that's good. We'll see if it stays
I liked
that
Hunger
way.
Cannon. That's really silly, Hunger Cannon.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with anything better.
So walk me through these other moves here, because I gotta know.
So Ruin Laser launches an attack from the back of its arms. That is the full description.
All right,
Back of its arm.
I assume it's because that's where the eyeball is.
Yeah.
It must be.
But it's a nondescript attack, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope he just like poses and like flashes you with it, and then you're just like, I've been ruined, and like
Yeah.
you explode.
It's
I hope.
backhanded lariat laser.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just hits you with the
hard.
solar. He hits you with the solar flare pose, and
Now, the definition of
No.
Tooth Spear really makes me question some of the biology here.
okay.
Tooth Spear slashes using the tip of its tail. Is the tip of its tail a tooth?
It looks like it, yeah.
that's. Oh, but then that brings into question the tip of its tail also kind of looks like the claws on its feet. So are those teeth?
I guess they must be feet teeth. Which also,
Oh,
it's
this
also
teeth.
kind of how his claws look when they're not digitized, which means those are finger teeth. He's beteethed, and his forehead.
He is
He's got forehead molar.
If it like consumes in like the flesh and blood of like what it eats, then like it would kind of make sense that like, most things have a lot of teeth, so then it like uses the teeth to,
Maybe.
for lack of a better term, bejewel itself with teeth for talons and claws and tail ends.
I hope that's the thing, and then he just teleports behind you. He's like, "I'm a chew on you," and then just with his claws.
I also I can't remember its name off the top of my head, but you guys know, I think it's Never Ending Story, right, where the thing has like the hand eyes. And
That's the labyrinth.
Does that? Oh, the labyrinth.
Not
Sorry.
Those are two
Pan's
very
Labyrinth,
different
right?
movies. though.
Very different. Those are very different things.
Yeah.
The moment you said it, I was like, that's
Pan's
different.
Labyrinth, I believe.
Yeah,
I believe it, yeah.
I just like to imagine that Snatchmon just like puts its hands up over its eyes in a similar fashion, but then laser beams shoot out of the eyes and obliterates it, which is kind of how it feels to look at the image from Pan's Labyrinth. So
We're going into round 3 now. Full disclosure, I hate round 3.
good.
Oh.
Great.
Like the round itself or the Mon?
The Mon.
I
just
hate what
like
I've done with this.
Like the first form, very sleek, very cool. The second form, coolest shit I've ever seen in my life. Third form, it goes in a different direction.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like it's actually related to the first 2. But this is what it is in Liberator. So it turns into this.
What
That
the
is a lot.
fuck, Ash?
Yeah.
Wow.
It just
the
turns
fuck,
into like a
guys?
Ultraman villain. I don't really
Yeah.
I don't know how I
It
feel
looks
about
like shit that I would have had as a toy as a kid.
He's got treads on his heels that aren't attached to the ground and physically can't.
Oh my god!
See,
it's
Unless he
so
can
much
like
physically
transform
larger.
himself into a ship, maybe from like the armor bits, but I don't know.
Yeah.
See, depending on where this goes, this does still follow through with like
Mm-hmm.
it just endlessly and hungerlessly assimilates everything it can touch into itself.
But
See,
but
I'll spoil for
but
you
like-
right now. The description has nothing to do with the descriptions of the first two. Like this, I think
Great.
was made unrelated to those other ones, and this is just
Also
what they chose
possible.
as the third form.
But it still has like some of the design language though, like the tail, the
little
little
bit.
blade at
It's
the
got
end
some
of the tail.
purple stuff, yeah.
It's got some.
Got some
it
purple.
definitely looked at what came before and took something.
something.
It was the purple.
It was the purple and sharpness. I'm upset that the first two like legitimately looked like smaller baby thing, cooler, bigger, edgier thing. I was like, oh, we're really like got like this design philosophy that's really like incrementally growing. This is just dog shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think
I'm
this
saying
is
I was
terrible.
disappointed too, like because I had seen the first two forms before, and I thought that like they're probably gonna like make two final forms and like keep the line going, but then they just made it this thing and then the final thing, which already existed and were like unrelated to my knowledge. Again, I don't know much about Liberator. I don't know much about actual like Digimon lore. I just like Digimon. So feel free to correct me in the comments if I'm like missing something, if this is supposed to be a cohesive line. I don't actually know.
Correct you right here, Tyler. Your mistake was liking Digimon.
No,
Yeah.
Digimon is quite fun actually. and
no,
I
no, he's
enjoy
got
it.
you there.
If we could reverse time, I would have said that last round. I would be like, wow, actually, you know what? Digimon's really coming. This sucks. This sucks so
not my
much. I'm
favorite.
so upset. I'm upset.
His name
This
is kind of
terrible.
cool though. And it's one of the following. Is this Annihilamon, Destromon, Dreadmon, or Endermon?
Destromon.
It can't be Endermon. I'll
This-
lose my mind.
Is an Endermon.
Give me Dreadmon, because this thing makes me feel existential dread.
Cool.
I'll commit Endermon.
Chicken Jockey. It's Destromon.
Oh, cool.
Destromon.
Great.
Everyone gets the point.
All right. Yeah, that name's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah. I expected that you got I don't know why, but I heard Destro and I just expected that you got it from Redestro from My Hero.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like,
Yeah,
I
it's-
thought you got it from Destro from G.I. Joe.
no.
The obvious place that everyone's mind goes.
Of
Yes,
course,
of
brother.
course.
Yeah, all those hours we spent bonding over and watching movies of G.I. Joe. Yeah.
Not movies. The original cartoon series.
You know, there is a timeline where like we, instead of Marvel taking off in the way that it did, it was G.I. Joe, and like there's a ton of G.I. Joe movies, and then like we as a group bonded over G.I. Joe, and then like we hung out after the movies going like, man, I really wonder what the lore of that movie really does to connect into the next movie.
Yeah.
That's the world where we would have thought G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
It's not here.
No.
Who
I
grew
want
up
them to
watching...
make a reboot of G.I. Joe where like Joe loses what he wants to fight for and he becomes a vigilante and they call it Desperado.
Oh. Oh, no.
Cut that
card
from the
art.
edit, please.
Moving on. Here's his card art. Wow, it looks like he has a real big penis
I
in
mean,
this
it's-
card art, doesn't it? Just a
Oh.
gigantic, towering penis.
Lasers sure shoot, huh?
That's a lot of lasers, yeah.
And he's destroying a town.
Okay.
It's pretty neat.
You know what?
There are
This
other
would
cards
make
too,
a
but
sick. This would make a sick Armored Core boss. I won't lie.
Yes. It is armored core as fuck, actually.
that is very fair. Also looks like it could be a Sonic boss.
Yeah,
To be
It
honest.
really does, actually.
Egg
It
Dragon.
does. Very Metal Overlord from Sonic Heroes.
Here's the lore for Destromon. He's a perfect Digimon that took in the data of the most powerful battleship in the world. It boasts a size capable of transporting combat Digimon and the like, and once it reaches a strike point, it will join the battle with its overwhelming destructive power.
Wow.
Okay.
That explains everything, actually.
My
You know,
man
it's really
listened
funny
to
to me.
sound.
My man listened to the song The Edmund Fitzgerald and became this. He's like, man, that song was the longest thing I've ever sat through, and now I can kill things.
You know how I was just talking about how there's like the one really unfortunate reality where we're super into G.I. Joe and that becomes popular. This unfortunate thing, we are living in the reality where the coolest fuck Snatchmon was like, I have to find the strongest thing. And in like all the data and shit, he did find the MP4 of Evan Fitzgerald and said, this must be the strongest. He
It takes a
consumed it.
strong
And
will to
that's how
sit
he
through
began
this
this.
song without falling asleep or killing yourself.
Yep. Lots of flesh and blood have been consumed.
Yeah. So Destromon actually has 4 attacks. The number just keeps going up, but once again, it's just fusionize again for the 4th attack. So I've taken that out. This time with no description, so that's cool. But we know what it does at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm giving you 4 options. 3 of them are real. 1 of them is fake. You gotta tell me which one is fake. If you do, you get a point. Kyle's currently ahead by 1 point. It's a 1 point spread across the board. We got Nico at 1, Mitch at 2, Kyle at 3. If my math is correct, could have fucked it up. Hope I didn't. Here are your options: Triple Cannon Shot, Juggernaut Blast, Skyline Razor, and Long Range Buster Cannon.
Triple cannon shot. He's got a lot more than 3.
Ooh, that's a good point.
I really want Skyline Razor to be real.
Okay.
I do love that word, razor, like that.
razor.
Yeah, that's a good word.
I agree. It's my favorite name here.
Is anyone picking it, or are we just talking about how it's cool?
I think we're just talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way too cool for you to come up with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go Long Range Buster Cannon.
Okay.
It's fair. That's fair. This is like the kind of thing where like I hate it, right? And and then so like certainly the moves I also am gonna hate. So like the fact that, as Nico aptly mentioned, Triple Cannon Shot is a bit silly to say when the card art right above it is showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 at least cannons firing shit off. Yeah, so that's probably real, unfortunately. And same with Long Range Buster Cannon. So I'll pick Juggernaut Blast.
Okay.
Why not?
I'd like to point out that he is shooting sets of 3 cannons. Triple cannons.
Oh,
you might
that's-
say.
That's still a lot.
All
is-
sets of 3.
They
They
are
all
sets
sets of 3
but
now
it's
that you
still
mention that.
a.
Okay.
Fuck all of you. I came up with Skyline Razor. You're welcome.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good
You
job.
know what?
brother.
As
That's
I
great.
predicted, of course, the things that are right are the things I'm upset about. Like, only the good name that I say, oh, I like that one, is of course
Yeah.
fake.
That was probably the most effort I've ever put into an attack name. I was like, surely I will fool everyone with this, and I did, and I'm proud of myself.
It was
Triple
all the sex
cannon
juices in your
shot.
body went into that.
Triple Cannon Shot. Anyone want to guess what Triple Cannon Shot does?
Does he step on you?
Close. He fires the turrets on its arms.
Okay.
Only the
turrets?
ones on its arms.
Yes, and there are multiple other groups of 3. And so by choosing this move, you are in fact nerfing yourself by only choosing to shoot
Yes.
a set of
Oh,
3.
maybe they have a cooldown or something.
The Triple Cannon Shot is also referred to, its main name is Sanren Shoho, but I wasn't going to put that in, so I went with the dubbed translation of Triple Cannon Shot.
Good.
Juggernaut Blast fires an energy beam from its chest cannon.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, that's
cool.
a cannon.
The
Okay.
Unibeam.
I dig it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Unibeam.
Long Range Buster Cannon fires the cannon on its back.
Okay.
It says that all of these have high firepower, so not even dust will be left behind when attacked by this Digimon.
This
why use
Digimon's for
different
all
ones?
the battleship stands.
Yeah.
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 They're for
Or
the
you just wanna
Yu-Gi-Oh
be like-
fans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, anyone who wants to join the Navy, we're inspired by this guy right here.
Not if Luffy has
I
something to say
know
about
I've been
it.
talking. I've been talking in defense of it for the entire round. I'm not a big fan of it either.
Yeah, it's not great. I really don't like it. But
No.
let us know in
I
the
like it
comments below if you
conceptually, but
think it's cool, because
yeah,
we don't.
it conceptually is cool. The result isn't quite right.
It's just too much. It's
Tell
just
us
too
if your
much.
opinions are wrong in the comments below.
Hey, whoa.
So in round 4, we're going into round 4 now. Weirdly enough, in Wikimon, it doesn't say that Destromon can evolve into this, but it's also the official final form of this line in Liberator. And when you go specifically through Liberator, then it says that it's a listed evolution, but on Destromon's Wikimon page, there's no link to this Digimon there as it evolves to, unless they've updated it since I got this information.
It did say it's perfect. It's
I
like
don't
a
know.
perfect
Pokemon-
Digimon.
It does look like a continuation. Well, I mean, it's purple.
Okay.
And once again, this is the most
more we do this-
bombastic, over-the-top bullshit Digimon I've ever seen in my entire life. Here you go.
Oh my god.
Brother's arm is a
Where-
shuttle.
Yeah. Okay. That's a whole ass satellite on its back.
Satellite.
Actually.
And his arm is a
no.
fucking space shuttle.
It is. Yeah,
It
he's got-
successfully
oh.
scalped all your data.
It also looks like he has an arm coming off of his arm, but I can't tell if that's what's actually happening or not.
I think that's a satellite crane arm.
Ah,
I think.
okay. You might be right. Kyle, I would like to hear your thoughts specifically on this design. That means you have to talk.
Everyone in the comments, right? Like everybody that's like, oh man, I love to see Kyle get really upset about Digimon, right? I kind of like it.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Embrace the absurdity.
A little bit. I think it's like that level of absurdity that gets silly, right? But like it gets just silly enough that it teeters into I like it again. Cause like I've gone fully through, and maybe it's because of the way the line is where it's like cool, cooler, really cool, and then it's like, oh, that sucks ass. Oh wait, we're silly cool. And that's that helps. I don't know what it is about it. And also I think the idea that it like is trying to like eat and consume things to be better and better and better and better and get stronger. What makes more sense than to eat NASA? Duh. And now you're the strongest. Obviously,
point.
NASA's the strongest.
I'd like
So,
to think
yeah.
it ate the shuttle to get to the satellite and then became the satellite.
I want to like this, but there's too much asymmetry happening. Like the other shoulder is completely different as well, and it's with how much is going on, the asymmetry is lending to it being even more unreadable, and it's not landing for me.
That's fair. Your opinion might change after you see the cards in various poses, but
That's fair.
we'll get to that.
It almost looks like two Digimon stuck together. Like
A little
the
bit.
top
Kind of.
part with the arms is like one, and then
Oh, like the last form did?
no, the last one was definitely just one
There's
guy.
a connector. There was a connector in the last form. The connector, at least in this image, does seem like I don't really know where it's connecting together.
Yeah.
Based on just looking at this angle. I did want to say though, before we get into the name of this actual thing, to juxtapose Nico being negative, the shuttle arm with like the fucking like pincer blade coming out of it, hardest shit I've ever seen in my life.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know what it is about the design of it, but it's hard as fuck.
We need a mod of just the arm for like a cutter Kinsect in Monster Hunter.
Yes. Oh, that's totally why I like it too, actually.
I
Also,
know what
those
that means.
blaster cannons on the shoulders definitely just ripped from the Lego Star Wars battleship that I have sitting in my mom's house.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Specifically, the one that you have, not like all of them in general,
Yeah.
just yours. At your
Yeah,
mom's house.
Not the
Thank you.
mass-produced ones. Your one.
It's got like some Cheeto dust on it still from
Yeah.
when you were a kid. Like that one specifically.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars battleship is personalized.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so are these name options because I made up some of them, and one of them was made by Bandai. Here you go.
Yeah, that tracks.
Cool.
Is this guy Spacemon, Galacticmon, Aresmon, or Ragnamon?
Aresmon
Ow.
has been a
Hold on just a second.
Has it?
What's going on there? What's going on there? I'm gonna jump on Spacemon.
Okay.
I am. If there were to be a Spacemon. Yeah.
True.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like
I would rather it be something else, but it checks.
Yeah. No, like it's very on par for Digimon in like what I've experienced so far. That here is an incredibly crazy looking thing. Here's a generic name to cover what it is. Like to not match the epic scale of it, but like it works, I guess.
Honestly,
Fair.
really
Spacemon,
fair.
please.
Dynamo.
Dynamon, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I guess, yeah.
I'm not sure off the top of my head where Ragna comes from.
Ragnarok, the God of War game.
The Blood Edge from Blaze Blue.
Ragnarok, the Blood Edge.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm picking it, so
Okay.
that's
Okay.
I feel like somewhere somehow I've seen or played like a JRPG where one of the summon attacks is like Ragnarok and it's a satellite laser or something. I don't remember. I'm gonna pick Galacticmon.
Okay. So, when I said that Bandai made up one of these, I meant that they made two of these. It has two names.
no.
Oh?
It has a sub name and a dub name. The sub name is Ragnamon. The dub name is Galacticmon.
Okay. All right.
I think Ragnamon is a better name, so I'm going to call it that. But Galacticmon is the dub name, and we usually use dub names, so I included both of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like
again,
Ragnamon.
that's a name that makes sense. Ragnamon is interesting and it's cool, but
I'm
Galacticmon
curious.
is
It is from Ragnarok, as in the etymology, so that is what it's from.
I'm curious what they mean by that.
Kratos went.
I don't know.
Kratos said "boy" too many times, and it made this.
Oh,
Every boy added
Yeah.
a part to this Digimon.
that's the secret ending of God of War Ragnarok is that his son becomes a space shuttle.
I believe it. I've never played a God of War game in my life.
He's like
That
saluting
tracks.
up to the shuttle flying into space. That's my son.
No. He goes, "That's my boy," and like zooms in and one tear sheds.
I thought you were gonna
It's
say,
just-
that's my son, and it zooms into the sun, and he's just like swallowing it whole.
No, but I kind of like it better.
And now, because his son has ascended past the gods, he must now kill his son.
Yes, of course.
I'm going to show you 3 card arts for this guy. I think they're from different sets. Some of them might be alt arts. I didn't label them, and I put these together like a week or 2 ago, so I apologize. Let me know if these are alt arts or if these are from different sets. I don't remember. Tell me in the comments below. Here's the first card for him. A good old central view of him just
Yeah.
posing. Solid.
I will. This
very
angle does
similar-
also connect it
Yeah.
better than the original image you gave.
Yeah, a very similar central cannon like shape that the previous form had.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's
It definitely wanted to keep that dreadnought level railgun in its
Yeah,
chest.
Yep.
Little more cohesiveness there.
Here's the second card art for you guys. This one has other
boy.
Digimon for scale, 2 of which we've never talked about before, so I will not name them. But the middle one, I believe, is one of the Olympus guys, but I don't remember the name.
Oh,
Which one is it? It's the dirty fighting one.
It's not
that we
Mars.
don't like.
Mon, is it?
Marsmon? I think it's Marsmon.
I think it is, but I am not. We haven't talked about the Olympus 12 in
It's
like
Marsmon.
2 years. So okay.
Is that
It's been a long
Maridon
time.
on the right?
It does look like Mirai.
It just
bit.
looks like Maridon.
It does when
If
you
it's
see
what I
if
think
you,
it is, I don't think it should be here.
Yeah, no, it's actually a Brachiosaurus, so it's not Maridon, but
Oh,
it does
it is
look like
what I
that.
That doesn't fly at all.
Oh wait, yeah, it's huge because Marsmon is behind it, but it's still bigger than Marsmon.
But yeah, I just like that it shows other Digimon like fighting this thing. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. Yeah,
silly.
that's cool.
Here's the third card art I'm going to show you for this guy. This one is just a really good render, and it's just
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Very clean.
It like
This
really.
is-
Go ahead.
I was just going to do a non sequitur reference again. This is the ending of Kid Icarus Uprising.
Oh, nice.
Okay, fair. I was
Never
gonna say that
played
this
it.
one gives like a really good scale of like it being a space station.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really get the idea that this is like a gigantic space station, except for also it's a living thing. So like,
Which is maybe the most terrifying concept if it were real for us. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, if you're playing Alien Isolation and you let the xenomorph stay in the vents for too long, this is what happens.
We'll see if that matches up with the lore that I'm about to read right now. An ultimate level Digimon that boasts the largest size among Digimon. Which means apparently this is bigger than Examon, which I thought was the biggest one.
I was gonna say
was
we've
not the
definitely
point of
heard.
Examon.
Digimon,
Yeah.
experts below. I'm 99% sure this guy came out after Examon. I have to imagine.
so what usually happens, I've learned this from the comments. They make a bio for the Digimon, and then that's its bio forever. So when it said that Machinedramon was the strongest Digimon, it was back in like when it came out.
Yeah. So I am like 99% sure this guy came out after Examon, which means that he would be the biggest Digimon ever.
It's possible.
So
looks like it.
having taken in the data of an artificial satellite, it possesses a variety of satellite weapons that are enough to annihilate vast areas of the digital world from high above. However, it requires a large amount of resources to operate, necessitating the support of proficient hackers, so there are few records of it appearing on the battlefield.
Oh. So it has like a... Oh. It needs real hackers to help it work?
I guess.
Huh.
You gotta
That's
like
too strong for its own good.
you gotta like Voltron pilot it with like a group of people, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of dig it.
That's sick, yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
This motherfucker has 6 attacks.
Oh,
You'll never guess that one of them is Fusion Eyes again.
I'm gonna say that I kind of thought it would be more than 6 at this point with looking at this guy.
Yeah, no.
One attack from everything it's fused with.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
And because I feel like being a little spicy today, I left in the remaining 5 attacks.
Oh.
So you're gonna have to guess from 6 options which one I made up.
Wow.
okay.
Oh.
Wow.
The
Now,
current
what's the score going into this?
The current score, if my math is correct, is Nico 2, Mitch 3, Kyle 3.
Oh.
Wow.
So
Okay.
this could be a tiebreaker. I don't have a tiebreaker prepared if you guys don't break the tie here. So your odds are low of getting the right answer, but we'll see if anyone hones in on it. Here are your options. We have Ragnarok Cannon, Gimlet Gun, Shuttle Scissors, Satellite Buster, Galactic Cataclysm, and Spazer.
That's it. I'm picking
That's
Spazer. This can't be real.
Incredible.
Dude, something about shuttle scissors.
Yeah.
Like that's something about that with that wording really.
I'm gonna need that
Shuttle
one to be
scissors.
real, honestly.
What are you picking then?
Probably Galactic Cataclysm, to be honest. Satellite Buster is just generic enough that I expect it to be real. I don't know. Something about Galactic Cataclysm is calling out to me.
Okay. Now, Kyle, were you picking Shuttle Scissors, or were you just throwing out that you liked it?
I don't think I was. Like, there was a part of me that thought for a moment maybe, but I think I just like it.
Okay.
And I think in the same realm as like this is kind of not great, but also like getting to the point of crazy that it is fun and I am starting to like it again. That's why I think Shuttle Scissors is real and why I'm picking Ragnarok Cannon.
Okay. I will say impressively, one of you did pick the correct answer.
Oh.
Wow.
That being said, we do not have a winner because I made Galactic Cataclysm, which means it's a 3-way tie, baby.
But what if that was 2 points because of how many options you gave us?
It wasn't. I don't care that much. But you know what?
That's fair.
I'll just say that, Nico, you're the winner because that was the hardest one to get. I'm not going to make the score reflect that on screen,
That's fair.
but just
Honorary
feel a little
victor.
extra special for yourself.
Instead of feeling extra special because you're like the one loser, feel extra special because you're tied, but also Tyler gave you a star.
Yeah.
Ghost
Aw.
point.
You stopped
Star right
Mitch
here.
from winning. If it's a
you know
tie,
what?
no one wins, which means Mitch doesn't win, which means good job.
Fucking take that.
I see this as an absolute win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here are the descriptions.
Everest.
Jesus.
Here's all the descriptions for all the attacks. Ragnarok Cannon blasts a massive energy beam from its chest cannon at its foe.
All right.
Wow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gimlet Gun pierces the opponent with its tail, which means it's the same as Tooth Spear.
Nice.
Except
Just
like
called
3
Gimlet Gun
million
now.
times bigger.
Also, yeah, wait. It's
a gun?
it's called gun, but it's poking you. Okay.
I
One
don't-
Piece fans,
I
ring
don't
out.
know. I
You're
don't
right,
know.
yeah.
Guns that aren't guns.
I guess if you like stab it hard enough, it could feel like you're getting shot with a gun. But if his tail is also bigger than like a planet,
You won't feel it.
It doesn't matter, I guess. Shuttle Scissors seizes the enemy with its right arm and severs them.
Yeah.
Cutting bitches with his shuttle.
Nice.
Satellite Buster picks off distant enemies with the gun barrels on its shoulders.
Okay.
And Spazer, also called Space Laser, but that's lame. It's just Spazer. They didn't need to translate that one. It will forever just be Spazer to me. Fires an enormous laser from its head.
From its
Pretty
head.
generic descriptions all around for these.
From which point on its head? I'm so curious.
Hedge laser.
Unclear. Wow, we made it to the end of the quiz! Oh my gosh! Space!
Spies.
I hope we all spend tonight laying in bed, in the same bed, because the four of us sleep in the same bed, even though we live in different places. I hope we all just stay there, laying down, staring at the ceiling fan, and imagining the morbid imagery of 500 Bemmon piled on top of each other, consuming each other, blood flying everywhere, intestinal tracts being slurped up like big ol' spaghetti, and the one remaining just goes and then turns into the cool guy, and then poses, and then we just have to think about, was that cool or gross? Or both?
I'm already asleep.